Hi, my name is Kai Gobi, and today I will be discussing the history of the American automobile. Did you know the first successful automobile was produced in 1885? That's over 130 years ago. It's amazing to see how much engineering has gone into the vehicles that we drive today. As a society, we have made many progressive changes that go into the cars that we take for granted each and every day. I have researched the history of cars extensively, as well as have a prior knowledge of vehicles due to my experience in 5 years in a shop. I have three main points. The first main point is going to be the style changes in cars over the years. Examples would be muscle cars, luxury cars, and sports cars. My second main point is going to be the major changes in engineering and fuel efficiency of the engines in cars. And lastly, I will cover the modern focus of comfort and amenities for the driver in cars. Beginning with 1906, Henry Ford created the Model T. History.com claims that the Model T changed the way Americans lived, worked, and traveled. This was due to the successfulness of the modern assembly line. This made vehicles more accessible and cheaper and affordable for Americans to own. Autos.com called the 20s the vintage era of the 1920s. Cars were produced on only one platform, which is front engine and rear wheel drive. Many cars looked very similar. They were very boxy, they were functional but unappealing to people, and had very few color options. It wasn't until the post-war era of the 1940s to the 1970s that American style was prominent. What we refer to as the classics are the cars that come from the 70s. These are the big V8 cars. They had steel body panels, and this is where the muscle cars and the raceful horsepower came into play. Manufacturers like Ford, Chevy, and Dodge produced cars that everyone knows, like the Mustang, Camaro, and Challenger, and even the Charger. And then finally coming into the modern era of the late 80s and early 90s, vehicles began to be produced with plastic body panels. They had a focus on aerodynamics, they were lighter weight, and had more modern styling. Now that I've discussed stylistic changes over the years, I will move into the mechanical side of things and the engineering that goes into cars. Starting in 1973, according to the Office of the Historian, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, also known as OPEC, imposed an oil embargo against the United States. This was due to the U.S.'s involvement in the war in Iraq. Without oil being exported to America, prices jumped 350%, making it extremely difficult to purchase gas. At this time, vehicles were produced without gas knowledge in mind, and because gas was in excess, prices were cheap. Due to the most popular cars having the worst mileage, interest in the car market shifted. This forced the U.S. manufacturers to begin producing vehicles with better gas mileage, such as the Ford Pinto and the counterpart, the Chevrolet Vega. Before the oil embargo, many vehicles weren't capable of producing 10 miles per gallon. According to About the Automobile, the Pinto was capable of achieving 22 miles per gallon in the city and 32 miles per gallon on the highway. This is a major improvement over the previous vehicles of the same era. After vehicles with better efficiency began to be produced, automakers moved to adding features and driver comforts. Manual windows, manual mirrors, and manual transmissions were standard on cars until this era. Many cars didn't even have adjustable seats. Towards the end of the 20th century, vehicles were given many features to aid the driver in comfort. Not only were features added, there was a focus on safety too. Beginning in 1996, vehicles came standard with OBD2 port, which is also known as an onboard diagnostic system. Along with more advanced computers, technology was becoming cheaper and more available in cars. For the first time, automobiles were available with power seats, power windows, power mirrors, and power tilted steering wheels. Lastly, cars became available with things like heated seats, GPS, heated steering wheels, dual climate zones, push start and proximity keys, as well as an array of styling updates. For those of you that don't know, LED lights were only available in the past 10 years. Now that I've discussed the history of the automobile, we can all see how much has changed over the past. In conclusion, the previous 130 years is responsible for all the modern things that vehicles are capable of. The design and style of our cars today is largely due to the past. Economical engines are now more common, and electronic cars are even available. All the things that the automobile are capable of today are due to the past. Things that we take for granted every day were not always available for cars. We have the past to thank for these changes. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?